Hello and welcome. Henning Pauli here. HB42 is the channel. I've been to the Krakow, Poland Guitar Fest, that's what it's called, in Krakow, and ran into some crazy dudes from K&K Shields. And they make protective clear shields, not plexiglass, for your modelers and digital devices. The stuff that you stomp on and you're gonna say, damn it, I spent $1,600 on this and now I gotta stomp it with my feet, and the resale value goes down. These guys are musicians. They played in bands, they play in bands, they sent me a bunch of CDs and shirts. They wanted something really good to protect their, I think, Quad Cortex. So they developed their own thing. And again, they're crazy dudes. Usually the plexiglass stuff works, and once it's installed, what's going to happen? You're going to scratch it up, but that's the whole idea. You're scratching up the plexiglass. They wanted something better. They wanted something that can be manufactured differently and that you can literally not break. So they didn't go with acrylic. They didn't go with plexiglass. They went with polycarbonate. I didn't know the difference. Apparently, you can bend the crap out of it up to where it actually turns white, and then usually plastic's done. No, you bend it back and it apparently remembers its shape. It's pretty crazy. Let me show you how I ran into them in Krakow.
K&K Shield. Polycarbonate protectors for multi-effects.
Wait, say that again 3 times, fast.
K&K Shields, polycarbonate protectors for multi-effects. K&K Shields, polycarbonate protectors for multi-effects. K&K Shields, polycarbonate protectors for multi-effects.
Okay, you earned your spot in this video.
Yeah.
Don't break it.
No, it doesn't break. It doesn't break. Look,
That's the case.
it doesn't break.
What the?
I was driving my car through that and hitting a 5 kilo hammer.
Okay, let me show you that I can break it.
No?
We'll do this again. Wait.
Try to break it.
Give me that.
No?
Okay, well, apparently you can't break this. You can.
Yeah, let's do it. Call up.
Oh God, I can't. You pull on that. Come on,
Do it one more time.
gently. You're putting on the little on the small thing.
Yes.
Look. Holy crap. No, I'm not. Now you broke it.
No, it's bent. It's not broken.
Well, nobody does that with these anyway.
Look,
What the?
magic.
And see, you guys definitely will break your quad cortex if you stomp on it too much. I mean, you will break your quad cortex if you look at it too hard. It has happened, but that is pretty damn impressive. And then we got, this is ToneMaster Pro.
Master Pro, line 6.
Which one?
This is the LT.
Okay. Do you already have stuff for the stadium?
Yes, we have the Stadium one. That's the camper.
Yeah, nobody needs that.
Yeah. We also do customization. This one is done for Jeff Loomis from Nevermore.
Because it says Nevermore on it.
Yes.
I can fucking read, man.
Okay. Anagram from Darkglass.
I have one, yep.
AX3.
I got one. I got all these.
FM9.
I got one.
Darkglass Adam Alpha Omega and Infinity.
I got one.
3 in 1. This is for the Hotone.
I sold it.
Okay. What else do we have? And this is the real deal. So it's the one that we are using in our band. So you see the lid is
Wait.
Okay.
You know you can also use 2 amps, right? You know that's more fun, right? Okay. I'm just saying. I'm saying. Okay. Can you put these on 2 amps?
On tube?
Yeah.
Yes. Have you seen the Houston Kettner Triumph?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the plexiglass.
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
And you've got the magnets.
Yes.
Wait. I'm okay. Oh, here we go.
Okay, good.
Do it again.
So it's a magnetic lid cover recessed 2 millimeters.
Oh, that's nice.
So, first of all, it stays in place. It doesn't have this kind of curved edges. And what is important, you have an air pillow. So if something very hard falls on it, it's not touching the screen. So our friend downstairs were throwing rocks on that with the quad cortex, and it was just jumping off.
What kind of friends do you have throwing rocks at your shit?
Best Polish beaver friend.
I don't think you can call them friends if you're throwing rocks at your shit.
Yeah, that was a test that we did.
You asked them to throw rocks.
No. He surprised us with this test. He said, this is the quad cortex, and this is a bunch of rocks. And he started trying that.
I think the word friend is wrongly used here.
Maybe.
You need better friends.
Okay, we'll try.
Oh, this is impressive.
Yeah, so they sent me shields for all my modelers. Not because I necessarily want to protect them, most of them are sitting on the shelves, because I have amps, but to show how to install and really get to know their product. Now, it ships like this. Some of them have little, where are these? No, these are the washers. Some of them have little 3M attachable magnets and what are they called? Little metal discs, so it attaches magnetically, which is nice. And some of them just use big nuts to attach to the foot switches, which is actually really fast and solid. This is the ToneX one. I'm not going to bend the crap out of these things because even though I know nothing can happen, why risk it? Here is the Quad Cortex one, probably one of the more popular ones. I just looked at the price. This one runs you $60. But if you spend $1,600 on your Quad Cortex, that's probably a good idea. I fingerprinted the crap out of this, which means Leslie's going to yell at me and we'll probably clean this before we install it. This is really neat because it's got a protection for the touch screen as well, which connects and disconnects with magnets. I don't know what you can see because the damn thing is see-through. And it attaches with 2 nuts, as you will see in the install. What I'm going to do in this video, I'm not going to bore you half an hour by installing all of it, which is exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to do it because there are timestamps under the video. So if you own a Quad Cortex, jump to the Quad Cortex section. And I'll cut this together by installing it and then showing you after. And I will do this for all the shit I have. They actually do these shields for more than the devices I own. What you're going to see is the FM3, the Helix Floor, the big one, the Anagram, the FM9, the ToneMaster Pro, the Quad Cortex, the Nano Cortex, I don't know if I have one for the ToneX one, but the big ToneX, the Polytune, the Peterson tuner, the FC6, Fractal, the FM9, the Helix Stadium, and the AM4. They also sent me Quad Cortex Mini. I don't have that one yet, but I have the shield ready to go when it arrives. So you will see the installation, and then the after, and then you know what you want to do. And I will try to break this. I'm really scared because you in your head, this is plexiglass, but it's not, it's polycarbonate. Like you can literally bend this, and apparently, you saw it in the video. Does it need to be that stable? Maybe not. Is it cool? Fuck yeah. So let's get to installing.
I woke in a white stone hall.
Okay, let's go through the units one by one. I started with the Quad Cortex, as you could see. And I have to say, now that all of them are done, and you're going to see all of them, I was afraid to put some of these on before I did it because I thought, oh, this would be complicated and maybe I break something. Well, first of all, you can't break the K&K shields. And secondly, it was way easier than I thought. It actually was so much easier sometimes that I did way too much and I overcomplicated it because I actually, on the fractals, used the little stickers for the magnets when the fractals are actually out of metal and you didn't need the stickers. You only need the stickers where the units are out of aluminium, like the Helix, etc. So I did way too much work, and it's way easier than I thought. As you could see on the Quad Cortex, you smack this on and it stands up a bit, and then you put these two nuts on them, which pushes it down, and now it's done. Meaning you could take this off with two nuts at any given point in time. But you don't really need to, because everything is absolutely accessible. You can get to the screen to quickly program something, but live, or even in your dusty studio or rehearsal space, this is protected. You can stomp on it, you can throw it. If this, accidentally would fall off, which it wouldn't, but someone would, step on it, or, put a leg from a drum on it, it's all absolutely safe and almost unbreakable. Installation on the Quad Cortex, absolute breeze.
Echo on echo, cold by cold. Then your hand found mine, and the edges started to run. Slowly, slowly, the ceiling comes down. Slowly, slowly.
Neural, DSP, Nano Cortex, ultimately easy. Smack it on, two nuts, done. All the functionality is still there. If you want to get to the knobs, you have to go through a hole with a finger. Is that annoying if you're massively programming this? Well, you're going to program this with your phone anyway. But if this is annoying, take the two nuts off.
Slowly, slowly, the room gets small somehow. Fade, fade, fade. Let the beat shake, change. Fade, fade, fade. Till it fits my name. Fade, fade, fade. From the cave to the chair. Fade, fade, fade. You already there.
AM4 by Fractal. Installation for the foot switches, again, two nuts. Very simple, boom, 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 done. And installation for the top panel. It is made out of aluminium, but they were smart enough to put the magnets where the screws are, the tops of the four screws. So it actually attaches to the metallic screws, even though this is out of aluminium. So does it fall off? No. Actually, yes, it does. Sometimes I feel the magnet should be a bit stronger. However, are you ever going to do that? It is, good enough for this. It doesn't really hold its own weight. So when are you going to do this? Likely not. But it's definitely not going to, fall off on stage. It stays in place, which is important. Killer. This is now protected so that at any given point in time, I could sell it pretty much almost as new.
A long, dark tunnel breathe. Then a warm lamp open for me. Stay low, defend skip. I stepped out and stepped in again. Slowly, slowly, the edges fall away. Slowly, slowly, I could stay this way. Fade, fade, fade. Let the big shape change. Fade, fade, fade. Till it fits my name. Fade, fade, fade. From the cave to the chair. Fade, fade, fade. You are already there.
Helix Stadium XL. Again, you needed quite a few points because we got 3 panels here. We have a panel for the top that actually has a hole in it for the expression pedal. So there you go. And if you're at home working with this, programming, whatever, and this would be in your way, which I don't think it would, it is very quickly detachable. Bam. But you can really get to everything. I mean, you have a little bit less hold on the knobs because, of course, there's plastic around them, polycarbonate. You can get to the touch screen because this is detachable with magnets. Very nice. You can get to everything really, but if you're doing a long programming session, you might want to remove it. We have 6 magnets here, and we have the attach points, which I don't think make the Helix so much more ugly, but again, they are removable later. And the same thing down here. There is actually a hole in the back for the pedal, and we've got 6 attachment points with magnets. Bam. You could take this off in no time and put it back in no time. Installation on this maybe 10 minutes.
If I was thunder, now I'm rain. If I was a mountain, now
The big ToneX. Slap it on, 2 nuts, you're done. Now it's like, do you really need this? Because I mean, the knobs are still not protected. The screen is a little bit protected. Why would you want this? Well, it's not expensive, attaches in no time, and it absolutely keeps your unit in almost as new condition should you choose to sell it, because this is something that you're going to step on, you're going to have sand in your shoes and blah 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 blah. So if you spend $400 on this and at some point you're like, well, I might want to get $300 back, get the shield. Actually, with the shield you're probably going to get $350.
now I'm okay. No hard landing, no sudden day. Just one less crossing to the next small room. Fame, fame, fame. Let the big shape change.
This is actually pretty damn cool. The Strabo Stomp by Peterson. Again, it's a tuner. Who cares if it gets scratched up? Well, you care because that's why you're watching this video. Slap it on, 1 nut, done. Installation, 10 seconds. Done. Tighten the nut. If this was plexiglass, tightening it might actually crack. It might crack. It might crack the plexiglass. With a polycarbonate, not happening. So you can use nuts. With the plexiglass, it would be a problem because then you would order it and then you would tighten the nut one little bit too much. You know, that is an issue. But I like here, they actually have 2 lips going around here, or 2 fingers, you know, and you can still get to the power. And on top, they have a little bit of an overlap so that your power cable and your USB cable, if you're using one, is protected. Also pretty nifty. And now, as new.
Fame, fame, fame. Till it fits my name. Fame, fame, fame. From the cave to the chain. Fame, fame, fame. You already there.
Now all the Line 6 stuff is aluminium, not steel, so the magnets won't hold. So you have to attach the little metal stickers. And on one side, they're blue, so you have to peel that off. That's the side that goes up. On the other side is the sticky side, 3M. You can remove that later, probably with some, you know, sticky remover. So if you wanted to have your pedals in original form, you can. Peeling this off, difficult. You need the right kind of nail, or I don't know, some kind of tweezer. It's a bit annoying if you have to do a lot of them. Well, I did many units. You're likely going to do one. So peeling off 8 of them, I think you can handle. Installation time, 2 minutes. So the foot switches are protected by this little shield with 4, and you can see there the 4 little things. I mean, this is altering your unit a little bit, but not, for good. And will it fall off? No. Actually, both of them are light enough to not fall off. And on the top, again, 4 points. And now it magnetically attaches, and it is removable at any given point.
Shove. Tiny paws, black and blue love. They said stay down, stay small. I dig back, I want it all. Hid in the shadow, learn the game. Now I spit my own name. Count me out, count me wrong.
Now I was a full-on idiot. I put the magnet attachments on the FM3. And I was wondering why they didn't send me enough of the little metal plates. Because I used way too many. So on this, I put the 4 plates there. I guess I'll leave them. But this is steel. You don't need it. You really can buy the K&K shields for your Fractal and install it in 3 seconds. I mean, I don't know how long that would take. Because you don't need the plate. So it's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds, done. It just works. And again, I'm an idiot. Reading is a good thing, so I didn't read the little packages. There are actually nuts included for the FM9 and the FM3, so you can easily clamp this down. This doesn't go anywhere. I put a single one there. This doesn't go anywhere really. It can't because it's clamped down there. And I put 2 on the FM3 there, and there, and this. This one now it doesn't go anywhere. This can still go somewhere. Weird that they didn't include them for the FC6, but they probably do. So this one isn't going anywhere.
I've been said that kind of song, but I'm still here, still on my feet. Little spark, big heartbeat. Run, say it again. Run, I don't bend. Run, I break through. Run, bigger than you.
And I made the same mistake on the FM9. I put the little plates on them, so I worked way too much on this when it actually would just hold, because it's made out of the right material, the right stuff. So smack that one on, smack that one on. Do they hold? Probably not. Almost. Almost. They can't break. Where am I? This way. And on this one, they actually did my logo in a nice spot, so that it doesn't cover up anything on the pedal, which is cool. So you can order your logo at a minimum upcharge. Done. So it says FM9 here, and right here, CNC from the back is my logo. Look at this. HP 42. Kind of nifty to have that there, but it doesn't alter the actual unit.
Scraped knees on the driveway, mud on my face. I don't sway. Big dogs bark, big boys boast. I learned to bite the hardest most. Every door that slammed me shut turned into a running cut. Every laugh tried to pin me down. I wore the bruise like a crown.
Polytune 3 aluminum chassis. We needed the little stickers. we can now see there are 4 points stickers. And the way I first did it, and I forgot how they explained this to me because there's no instructions included. I kind of tried to eye where they go on the Helix Stadium and then put them there. And then Leslie was like, why don't you just peel them off, put them on the magnets so they all hold where they're supposed to be, and then you smack it on and then they're in the right position. I'm lucky I have a smart wife. So Polytune, 4 magnets, it holds, it's protected. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Protect your gear. Why not?
Like a crowd, count me out, count me low. I was built to outgrow every wall, every fence, every smear, every glance. What? Say it again. What? I don't bend. What? I break through. What? Bigger than you.
Now I gotta say, for the ToneMaster Pro, by the way, boo Fender. Also, by the way, you know, Fender, you know, our IP, our idea. The foot switches that are also encoders, that idea was Neurals. This is literally, that's a good unit, but they took all the ideas from this from all other modelers. This is literally a copy of what everyone else has done before. Yeah, Fender does it too all the fucking time. Okay, pretty cool thing. This literally attaches in a completely different way. We have these little I don't even want to, clamps. And with plexiglass, what you would do is you would do this, and the plexiglass would be broken. And here, I mean, you can't break this. Right? So you literally just fold this around the corner, and it's a tiny little, about 2 millimeter corner here on the ToneMaster. So you put that on, right? Fold, 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 fold. It'll always go back in its original position, so it'll hold the tension. We have a detachable touchscreen screen. Detaches in 3 seconds. 5 if you're slow. Attaches. Not the, it did about 4 seconds, and you attach it in 5 seconds. Now for the anagram, there seems to possibly be a new thing they're trying. They're probably improving what they're doing because the washers, no, the nuts, not the washers, the nuts in this case are actually also polycarbonate. They're milled out of polycarbonate and therefore they are translucent. So we have translucent nuts, which screw in from the top. And for the lights on the others, for the LEDs, there are cutouts. Here, they milled it out from the back. So it's actually closed. Pretty cool. And you have a protection for the screen. You can still do everything you need to do on the anagram, but it's super cool protected. And your anagram will always be brand spanking, untouched, new. Now later on I wised up, FC6 didn't put the little stickers down, and you can see, you order these for your Fractal units, you're done. That's it. Your good old Helix Floor is of course aluminium, still heavy as fuck and huge. And we have the little metal plates again. Take this off at home, do as you please, go on stage. Done. I probably wouldn't want to turn this around because it is a bigger, heavier plate and we have got 6 attachment points, but honestly, would you? No. But now, stomp away, you can still see everything, you can still edit everything, just as you did. Do it. So here's the AxeFX III, and it has a indentation in the front. And this now is actually perfectly flush with the rack. And I was wondering, how do you attach that? And again, little glue things. Nope, because this thing is made out of metal. So if you have an AxeFX III in your touring, or maybe you have 3 in the rack, because if you're a touring musician, you might. 3, 2. If you have 2 in the rack, because if you're a touring musician, you might. God damn it. Get 2 of these shields, even with your logo on them. Cool. Bam. You're done. Protected. At home, probably not. Do you want to program it like that? Probably not, because can you get to the switches? Absolutely. For a quick change somewhere on stage? Absolutely. For long programming sessions, you're going to have the desktop editor open anyway, because it's annoying as fuck. Okay, there's dust behind it. This, of course, happens with the stuff. But clean, done. Neat, huh? Now, they were super nice enough to send me one for the Quad Cortex Mini, as well as the Darkglass Alpha Omega something. I have a Darkglass Alpha something, but it's a smaller version, so I didn't know I didn't have this. So if anyone wants the Darkglass Alpha Omega K&K shield, write me. I got a free one for you. I'm going to keep this, because there's a good chance I'm going to get a Quad Cortex Mini. Hey, Neural. So I'm keeping that. And that, I think, attaches also with washers. I think so. So really cool. They also have one which I stupidly didn't order for the Tone King Imperial pedal. And I use that thing all the time. So it would be super cool to have the screen for that. But hey, I can always just order one, right? So the bottom line, K&K shields, fairly priced, unbreakable, not unbendable. You can bend them, but it doesn't do anything to them. Attached with magnets, shields for your touch screens. Why not? If you have a modeler and you spend money on it, I don't know about, the Polytune. I think that's a little bit silly, but okay. But if you spend money on your expensive thing, spend another 50 to $100, get the K&K shield, which increases the value when you sell it. So you can probably get another $30 out of it when you sell it for the K&K shield, but the resale value of your product is maintained, retained, whatever the word is. Also, it just keeps working because you're not pouring beer over it. I mean, lots of them have holes, so that wouldn't do anything. But, scratches, foot stomp, it's just a good idea. If you're a working musician, if you go into rehearsals, you're throwing the thing in the car, you're putting it on a stage, you're having it in the heat on the stage, because probably the shield will catch some of the rays, or even, I don't know. I'm just making shit up here. It's a good idea. The guys are crazy nuts. I like them. So check out K&K shields for your modeler. They've got literally everything covered. And everything is a lot. I'll put links below. Please use them. Subscribe to the newsletter, which I still haven't sent out at all. But once I have enough people, you'll get mail from me. And animals at the end.